Welcome to the lesson on when are corrective and preventive actions needed. Upon completion of this lesson, learners will be able to explain the importance of problem detection and various methods by which problems can be detected and reported. Learners will also be able to determine when corrective or preventive actions are needed to resolve these problems. Any process improvement projects, including corrective and preventive actions, require a lot of time and money to implement. When a quality problem or potential for a problem is discovered, the company must decide if it is beneficial to conduct corrective or preventive actions. For corrective or preventive actions to be taken, first a problem must be determined. If the problem is never detected, then it is impossible to complete the CAPA process. Companies should listen to their employees and customers because they are integral in potential problem discovery in the manufacturing process and finished products. There are multiple ways in which a problem or potential problem can be discovered. They are through data collection and analysis, production process observation, customer complaints, internal audits, or employee suggestions. It is important to take the detection of potential problems seriously. Because machine operators spend the most time with a specific machine and know it the best, they are typically the people who discover potential problems first. If you are an operator and discover something unusual about your machine, make sure to alert your supervisor and put in a request for corrective actions as soon as possible. Additionally, one customer complaint about a finished product could actually lead a company to discover a much larger quality problem. Because of this, each customer complaint should be recorded and reported to the appropriate authorities so that it is brought to the attention of the company. Companies should listen to their employees and customers because they are integral in potential problem discovery in the manufacturing process and finished products. Let us look at some examples of issue detection in EV manufacturing. A machine operator reporting scenario involves a power inverter testing operator who identifies irregular switching patterns. In terms of customer impact, a single report about unusual battery drain can lead to the discovery of a widespread battery management system firmware issue affecting multiple vehicles. For documentation processes, the quality team typically maintains a centralized system where they log all customer-reported charging connector failures for engineering review. So, when are corrective and preventive actions needed? Completing corrective or preventive actions requires a company's time, money, and resources, so they should only be implemented for problems that are significant. Sometimes, corrective actions are not needed because the problem is simple and can be solved quickly without further investigation, and sometimes, the CAPA process can be too costly to fully implement for a certain problem. After a problem has been detected, you should determine if corrective or preventive actions are necessary. Begin by asking two questions. First, can we solve this problem? And second, should we solve this problem? To answer the second question, it must be determined whether or not the discovered problem is completely unacceptable and requires immediate action, or if the problem is only undesirable and does not have a large effect on the overall quality of the company. Both the severity and the frequency of the problem should be considered in this phase of assessment. If a problem is both severe and occurs frequently, then it should most likely be addressed with CAPA improvements. If the answer is yes to both of these questions, then CAPA may be considered as a potential improvement option. In summary, problem detection is necessary for corrective and preventive actions to be taken to address the problem. Companies should leverage their employees' and customers' expertise in detecting and identifying potential quality problems. Also, corrective and preventive actions are not needed for every single problem discovered in a company. Because CAPA requires a lot of time and money, it should be reserved for important problems, such as ones that have severe consequences or occur at a high frequency. Thank you.